the thing that's super cool here is eternalfire have been really, really hot, having just made it to the grand finals of Last Bounty. They were feeling good about that. Very impressive tournament from them. But in the same vein that eternalfire have started this year off strong, Heroic, who you kind of had no expectations for, have equally impressed. Sure, not making it as far at Blast at the top of the year, but they had a stand-in.
They played
very
Spirit
different circumstances, and they played Spirit as their first round matchup. So, all right, fast into the top site. jottAAA gonna tear through them with those dual Berettas.
Beautiful hold. He's gotten better every game. Oh, the cover's not there. Tania a little slow to that one. Gets the bomb, gets out. But they hear this every step of the way. There's no way he's hard clearing this one. Reload! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's a whiff of massive implication. 1v1 now. Similar health and advantage on the timing. He's got a plan.
Zantarez is taking a really long route. Decides against it. He pushed in the lobby. He was trying to catch Tania falling back, but now is to win it out in this 1v1 down at lower. Double doors, strong post plant for Tania. He's played this so well. That one whiff from Maja might really sour the start of this game for eternalfire. Zantarez, you'd like to think he's the one you want in these moments.
No way.
He's the experienced player, the hot hand player, the star of eternalfire.
Oh, no.
But with Tania in such a strong position, just wasting time. Sometimes the best way to beat Zantarez is to never face him.
That's so well played.
And so is that a bad omen for the remainder of this series?
Oh, let's not jump on it too soon, but I will say Heroic, what it has done for them is filled them with confidence. They're going for vent dive round 2 for crying out loud, knowing there's no A1S spamming that vent. And X-File has knifed Maja, his ex-in-game leader, so already he's feeling a little bit cocky. Blimey.
Yeah, I want to see what jottAAA can do as well, right? Because obviously X-Cloud against his former squad in this eternalfire group, but jottAAA, formerly on Sangal, the core of which now make up this Heroic squad, he's also got a point to prove.
It's fun head-to-head, isn't it?
Nice, boys. Sick. Nice, only 2.
Knife in round 2. My god. Really setting a precedent. No way to do it again. Straight out the door. Flexing their muscles. The nades do land, and a bit of spam for Wicadia goes a long way, but they get down relatively unscathed. And that's just a path to a plant. That should mean an instant round win for Heroic. eternalfire, it's all about damage.
jottAA's got the rest of the gang moving in to join him.
Ooh.
I mean, they have, weirdly enough, all right odds in these lower fights. It's a shame that it's just 2 players here, because woxic's claimed another life down at lower. Now they've spotted Tania lurking in a little bit later. If only they'd attempted this one. There weren't bodies down on that lower site. Still, it's a lot of damage here for eternalfire. Yeah, I think this is 2 teams that are both in their element. And sure, it's more shocking for Heroic with up-and-comers. Tania is the hot prospect in there, and then the experience of Zantarez. It's a potent mixture for sure. Everyone's hungry to prove themselves, but
still ready.
Look at Zantarez go. I mean,
2 lurks, he's ready.
Zantarez was a huge reason as to why eternalfire reached that grand final. Sure, he went quiet in the semis, but up until that point, he was having a phenomenal tournament. What? My God, jottAAA!
Oh, that works. Oh dear.
Oh God, you chose to face him, Zantarez. That's... I don't know if that's the play. That's Zantarez you're going up against, man.
And woxic as well. They come crashing back to reality in this round.
Watch like any game from Last Bounty, you'll see just how good Zantarez was. You could blind pick any one of them, and you have a, I'd say, 75% chance of watching him drop like 28 kills. Find much more on this T half. They're going to go outside with the smokes down. 4 players here, 1-man lobby lurk.
Again.
Working up close to main. Zantarez decides now to slip down the vent, and that's right as Heroic looked to move in. Hell of a spot from jottAAA. He was heaven on that. So must have just caught Linus moving into position. More spots out in the yard and more frags put up from jottAAA. It's just down at 2. Living and dying on these yard fights are Heroic, and they've not won them so far.
Not even fights, really. Keep getting shot in the side of the head. Oh, Zantarez doesn't know if they made it down earlier, so he's clearing this position. But now he's tucked in and might even have both kills. If I know Zantarez, crouched in an off angle, a hard clear, Zantarez manages it. They can get a quick plant in. woxic's not going to challenge with the AWP.
Bomb has been planted.
They got a smoke. But nothing more. X-Files has to do it from the back of the site. Zantarez so low.
I mean, if Zantarez finds this kill, the round is so on.
Yeah, he's going to have an orb. But bomb's not ready for him. But they're waiting this smoke forever. woxic finally gets the kill he's been waiting around for. It's on this one, and Wicadia saves the day. It's fine for Eternal Fire. They do it again.
Powerful line for woxic, and he hits that shot on youngster who's trying to throw his aim off. woxic loves those flicks.
Whoa.
It's a little awkward for jottAAA. They're going to start to pressure him now, trying to chase down their man in hell, but it's another beautiful sequence from jottAAA.
Dude, the second kill's crazy.
If he can keep this up.
Yeah. Wicadia is setting something up though. Fake molly so they can push hard. They're rushing the lobby. Change of pace for Eternal Fire. Catches Heroic sleeping at the wheel.
Zantarez, good reaction at least, but now they've learned about his AWP up close. Youngsters trying to cover up on top of the roof. This has been well contained, well handled from Heroic. They still have to try and save Zantarez right now, but too much time behind enemy lines. He was living on a timer, and that time has expired. Wicadia, oh, this is insane. That's wild.
Yeah,
walks through and tries to fight youngster. It's so unexpected, it's so out there that youngster's not ready for it.
The back lobby molly from Zantarez allows him to do that. He knows door is clear, he knows radio is clear, and the other position is burned out. So he had a window to do that, and he makes it work. What a pace change for Eternal Fire. Talk about adapting before it's even required. That's Heroic trying to set up a default, trying to actually cool a gun round, and Eternal Fire just slap him in the face. Cold water over the head. And this was a beautiful beginning to a game for Heroic, but now it's been iced out. 3v2, they don't know where Eternal Fire are. Is X-File going to walk through a main smoke? I mean, it's looking pretty desperate right now for Heroic. He's just spamming. There he goes, running in. Backside player to worry about. Wicadia gets his kill. Can't follow up, but he's done some damage. And this clutch is not easy for the captain of Heroic.
First kill in the game in this round, and now they're asking him to 1v3.
Oh.
That's a good flash. But no peek on the back of it. woxic waiting for Zantarez. Eternal Fire, though, as part, as credit to their synergy, they often feel fine playing to the extremities of the clock here. You might think this is stressful with so much time ticked off the bomb. They're hoping that that was the right move. And so, yeah, woxic baits the shots by barreling in for Zantarez to then close out.
Perfectly played. Couldn't ask for anything else. And Heroic looked to do the same. Push into the lobby. Somehow, Zantarez caught by woxic. Tania needs support. It's coming in the form of LNZ, but it's still hard fights. They'll win them out. Youngster stops a player in yard as well. And it's all back to their winning ways. Heroic looking to lock in both pistols in this map. 4v2 though, with Zantarez and Wicadia. Plenty of firepower to get you out of a sticky situation.
You know you can still have an edge in the first fight you take here if you're Eternal Fire. You can go looking for a 2v1. But heading into the ramp room, a second man has just moved over. X-Floud spotted. Tania not needed yet, but it's a clean tap, looking to seal the deal on this pistol. And Zantarez is the man to beat. But if you're Eternal Fire, this is the guy you want alive in the 1v3. Zantarez, it's got to be clinical. It's got to be super duper clean. And here's the gap getting closed, trading off the pistol. And now the ball is rolling for the Zantarez 1v3 clutch. Tania, talk about a trial by fire, couldn't make it to blast.
Oh my
Here
God.
now in Katowice, has to make his presence known and stop a lights out Zantarez, and the lights are out.
Just ADing in your position. It's triple ramp. This is a real crazy gamble. I mean, it looks like they're going to lose the round off this. If Eternal Fire walk out upper, there's not a player here. Zantarez is getting into heaven. Can he really do anything with the scout? Can you really rely on just a single shotgun? He hits a tag, lobby flank comes in, and maybe Heroic can get going here, but this is still a difficult post plant.
AK entrusted.
Tinia's doing nades. He's doing flashes from the heavens.
AK entrusted to Zantarez. He wants his revenge, and he wants it now. Oh my God, melted! Wow. Zantarez, a handful of shots needed up into the heavens.
Go, go, go.
Youngster making a move, but time is nigh on this retake. They battle back against Zantarez, but it's not reason enough to give it a go.
Get through the huts. There's layers to this. Layer up in the rafters.
Oh, X-Floud, it's a good double. He's had a very quiet game, but he's given Heroic a fighting chance in this round. Oh, they finish off Youngster. It's going to come down to this 1v1. Maja, safe pair of hands. There's a moment there, like a little moment of anxiety, but woxic's made it past. Oh dear, hold on a second. Pushing through the lobby. jottAAA right now is behind it, but suddenly he's thrust into this as a 1v4. The last man left standing from Eternal Fire in what was meant to be a predetermined outcome. They chose the right site. They had all the info, but now it all hinges on jottAAA.
4 bullets, they're on it, halfway.
Defuse being held, jottAA's gonna swing now. Oh my God! jottAA was the right man for the job! Proving that he earned this spot in Eternal Fire as he saves them from...
This just set us up for a shutdown 1v4 clutch. I love that from Saw. That's a good little clip there. We'll get back to it because Zantarez, this is what he knows. He knows they're outside and in for a bad time. 2 kills and quickly responded in the blink of an eye. Eternal Fire equalize the situation. Maybe they go one step further. Wicadia on the ramp pressure pulls back as Youngster takes lobby. Nothing comes for free in this round. Nothing comes for free. Even trades into a 2v2. Maja on a single point of health. He can't go back in the lobby.
Oh, there's been some real heads-up plays. Like, individually, Heroic are really, really smart. The pushes into lobby from Youngster have felt so oppressive. Tania has been a menace to try and track across this map. This guy is so mobile. He can't sit still. And it's not to his detriment. Oh.
This is
he can't jump either, but Tania
didn't make noise, so
that's it quiet at least. Zantarez holding it. And so they're given that kill on the lobby push. Linus already down at lower. Here's the footsteps up above him, and that rotate up the vents will not be able to come through. He's now going to embark on a lengthy rotate here as he comes to terms with the fact everyone is looking on, seeing if their captain can deliver in the clutch. Low HP on Maja, but Zantarez is the big threat, the one up close, the first to face, and Zantarez does not miss a beat, considering how fresh-faced this roster is. Tania bested over at ramp, just the one and done. But there's the some pious AWP trying to put a bit of respect on this hell position. Interesting play to smoke him off. Are they going to try and get weird around this?
Only so weird you can get here, really. Although Zantarez is in a very open position. So he's got to stay mobile. Oh, looking outside. He's not in time. Gets headshot. don't win this round, Eternal Fire, that would be a
Oh,
robbery.
are they going to reswing main? It looks like it. It looks like youngstAAA wants to try and reswing this. All picked up, and
no.
Wicadia just gets on the angle in time.
No.
He reads it like a book. youngstAAA, as the top performer of Heroic in that swing, has given up the one advantage they held on to. A 2v2 now, and that info is meaningless to Heroic in the grand scheme with so much time left. Eternal Fire slow it down. The map falls dark now. Heroic have no clue where Eternal Fire have gotten to. This was a 4v2 to try and bring themselves back into the fold, back into the conversation on NUKE. And it might all end with bitter regrets. XFloud, quiet start to this game, was nowhere to be found. Crumbling versus his former team. Oh. But there he is, stands and delivers. Yeah, they've had 4 chances to close. Well, they will have done at the conclusion of this round. See if the 4th time's the charm. It's not looking good. Tanir, quick mowdown over at ramp. One man makes it through. Will Wicadia be the man that makes a difference? He's given that AK over to woxic. But look at who you've lost. jottAAA and Zantarez, 2 of your top performers. Wicadia, as that 3rd man, is really hurting. And so this is not a simple round for Eternal Fire. This is not one that they can win on the back of trades. This has to be an individual moment, a moment where the individuals can carry them over the line. Linus keeping pressure on, gonna nade the bomb plant. Maja really softened up, and so right now it's looking like woxic has to be the difference maker. He's been entrusted with that AK. He's the one guy with full health, and he's set up over at ramp for the post plant. Gonna try and thin the herd, takes contact early. woxic is feeling the pressure, but don't doubt this guy's rifling. 2 kills tip the scales. Will that be enough? Has woxic done enough? youngstAAA trying to stop this. No idea where Wicadia is. And so Eternal Fire, faith in woxic on the rifle. And 4th time is the charm as NUKE goes their way. The full 24 rounds required.